For us, coming here is, as we have the nickel area in the area, and we come here with a delegation of folks, of businesses that are from the area as well. And we feel that the Koreans have really mastered the PCAM, and in the cathode world of battery electric vehicles, on the battery side, we need the PCAMs and the CAMs. So we feel that Sudbury has an opportunity to play in North America to basically do that transformation. So for us, it was to meet the top businesses that do the battery manufacturing from Korea, because you have that expertise. We don't have that expertise in Canada. So for us, it's to create those partnerships and to start the conversation of opportunities between these Sudbury companies as well as the Korean companies to showcase that together we can create these precursor anode materials that is required for the batteries. And right now, mainly sourced in China. We don't have these facilities anywhere else around the world mainly. And we have an opportunity, I believe, in Canada to do more. And that's why we are here to advocate and to showcase. The takeaways are, I think there's certainly to share what we can do in Canada, right? I think there's an openness. Certainly LG has already made major investments in Canada, as well as POSCO. And those are some that we have met. And the takeaways from us is I think relationships and meeting together is very important. And also given the opportunity to answer questions and to ask questions as well. Look around the world to how do we create our own supply chain for the market that is non-China based. And so that's what we are here to kind of offer in Canada. We're working in the North American market as well as an opportunity, because these are rare. It's rare that you have a community and with the suppliers to provide the supplies that want to have these kind of facilities in Canada to provide the PCAMs and the CAMs. But we can't do it alone. We need the experts, and the experts are mainly Korean manufacturers. Sudbury is very unique in the sense that we have 9 operating mines currently within the city itself. And we have another 10 mining projects under development within the city itself again. So we have been mining in the area for over 120 years. And still there is more potential of mining underground, of the ore bodies underground than we have extracted. Again, you will never see that in anywhere around the world of this concentration of nickel, copper, cobalt, and platinum metals in one area. That's why we're very fortunate to be endowed with all this richness of critical minerals. Well, it's the largest nickel mine producer in North America. We have the Big Nickel, which is a tourist attraction that was created back in the 60s. The Sudbury nickel mines have been providing the nickel to the US military since before the Second World War. So we have been providing the alloy, specific metals and minerals they need from nickel for the US military since before the 1940s. From Vale, they've invested over at least $3 billion into Sudbury in their operations over the last 5 years alone. Some is for certainly extract more nickel from the ground, but also one for our clean air project. So we have reduced the SO2 emissions in the Sudbury area by 98% over the last 25 years. But there's more investments happening actually in the next 2 years. They're investing over $250 million. Glencore has invested around $1.5 billion for the Onaping Depth project. Different way of mining, but because it's just going deeper and deeper. I think they're at the 8,000 meter level, and so it's very, very deep. So there's a lot of investments in the area, and we're seeing because of the value of the riches that we have, and so we're seeing a lot of those investments coming from these foreign, from Vale and from Glencore. So we're very lucky that way. We actually have a battery electric vehicle conference, an annual conference in Sudbury called Minds to Mobility. This year will be our 4th edition of that. Last year we had the president of Honda Canada, we had the president of Volkswagen Canada, we had the president of a number of mining companies as well that came. This year we're hoping to have more of the battery manufacturers, right, to talk about the requirements to make the batteries to go into the vehicles. And so we're inviting POSCO and LG to come and visit and come and see us to potentially and to be able to showcase what they do and to speak at that conference as well. With respect to working with the provincial government and federal government to advocate. We talk all the time. Actually, I was with Premier Ford, the Premier of Ontario last week. We had that discussion. He's certainly our best advocate to tell our American friends how we are working well together and want to continue those investments. So we're confident that's going to continue. As well as the federal government, they understand the importance of critical minerals and our relationship with the states, with the United States. We provide most of the critical minerals to the United States right now. And we see the changes that they want to do from the states and the United States is mainly to try to shore up their own supply chain in North America that is non-China based. And so certainly I think with the proper partnerships over time, certainly we will make sure that we will get through this phase with this administration and be able to continue. My message is to the Korean companies, this is a long game. This is our investments that are long-term investments. Sometimes there's policies that may come into play and that maybe change the direction, but right now we are very confident on the automotive sector that this will continue moving forward. We have a fully integrated supply chain on the automobile sector with the US. We are hearing rumblings certainly, but our relationships as Canadians with our American partners have long-standing, and we are very confident that we're going to get through this phase, right, to ensure that those investments are able to continue.